And we are live. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James, where today I am here to give you my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. It is not going to happen this video, y'all. I'm trying, but it's okay. We will live to fight another day. Joining me is my co-host, Mrs. Best. Y'all say what's up to her.
What day is it? Happy Monday. I'm happy to be here. Like, share, subscribe. Yay for Marriage and Medicine, giving us entertainment consistently. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Yes, and please subscribe to Mrs. Best channel. Any reviews or recaps I do not cover on my channel. It's because we cover on Mrs. Best channel. Today we did 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days, which was a great review. You guys go ahead and check that out. This week on her channel, we'll have Love and Hip Hop Miami. We'll also have Love During Lockup with myself, Mrs. Best, and Keywan J. And then we have another
Beverly
show,
Hills and
Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
And then Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's back in 2 weeks, along with 90 Day The Single Life. Remember a few months ago when I said on James' channel, all my shows come back at once? They literally all come back between November and April. And then the rest of the year, I'm going to be struggling.
We don't know. We'll see because, we got another launch coming. So, But speaking of the launch, you guys, me and Mrs. Best are going to do a collaborative channel that kind of gets us away from the reviewing of reality TV. It kind of dives into us and our personalities. We're going to be doing conversations that are, based on conversations she and I have on a regular basis. We are just letting you guys into it. So that way you guys can know us on a different level and know where we come from, know what we do. You're going to see us vlogging. You're going to see our day-to-day live. So, yes, we are excited to launch this channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm going to put it in my description box, but it is on my community page. I did put it as a post so you guys can start subscribing. And when we launch the channel, so you guys are ready for that. So, yes, and we will still be doing our recaps. We're not going anywhere. Just to make sure if I wasn't clear about that, I am so sorry. We are not going anywhere when it comes to our regular channels. We are still going to do this reality TV recapping and still adding shows. We're just adding another roster to our already impressive resumes. So let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to Shani and Naya who are here with us. I think they're the only ones here with us right now. Yes. But shout out to the replay game. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to anybody who does not feel comfortable with commenting. We see you guys and we love you too. Don't worry about that. That's okay. But we know you're here and we acknowledge you too. So let's go ahead and get into the show. So we are seeing all the ladies pack up for Contessa's Miramar Beach, Florida trip. And if you guys are not sure where Miramar Beach is, it's actually the next town over from Destin, Florida. So that's where it is on the map of Florida. And you guys know I used to live in Florida. I lived there for almost 2 years. So it was, it's a place I did go to. It's also where the Navy base is as well, because they're not that far from Alabama. So yes. But everyone's packing up. Contessa's filling Scott in on who's beefing with who. She says that Toya and Angel apparently have a beef. Then we have Heavenly versus Simone and Simone versus Quad. It's a lot going on. So Contessa's saying that this girls' trip is going to bring everybody together. That's what's going to happen. Then we go over to Simone and Cecil's house. And Simone is saying that she's, mad that she trusts Heavenly over this. She was just joking when she told her about the VIN number. She was not serious at all. And she couldn't believe that Heavenly would use that against her. And she feels stupid for trusting Heavenly again. And then we go over to Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly. So y'all know I got to do their voices. I ain't going to do Heavenly's. I'm going to do Damon's. And Heavenly said, Daddy, I'm just so mad that Simone got me so mad. And she got me doing all this.
He said, oh, buddy, you don't understand. I don't like to see you that upset. And I don't like to see you when you get, angry like that. I was very mad.
She said, you was mad, Daddy? You was mad, really?
He goes, I was furious. Buddy. I can't believe that, you guys are acting like this.
She said, oh, I know. I don't even think I should go. You think I should go on this trip, Daddy?
He goes, well, buddy, that's up to you. If you want to go, I don't think you should go. But if you want to go, you definitely can.
She goes, why would I want to go on these trips with these bitches and shit and all this? It got me cussing and all this and that.
He said, buddy, I thought we were going to work on the cuss.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. And see. So Heavenly's like, I'm not going to go on this trip. I'm just not going to go. I'm just gonna sit at home and not go. So, Mrs. Best, I have to ask you, um, do you think Heavenly should sit this trip out, or do you think she should go?
A dream that I've had since I was a little girl, and I don't tell very many people this, is to be a voice actor. The way that James has down Dr. Marie and Cedric, as well as Letitia, but especially I think the best one is Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly. And then apparently I can get Lisa down really well. I just be shy. But maybe we need to be the next like duo of voice actors, because I applaud you, nigga. You did that. Because you sounded just like Dr. Daddy. Okay, that's Dr. Daddy to me. That's the only other man I'll acknowledge is that. Because the way Heavenly called him Daddy, I don't know him as nothing else. I really don't. But I legitimately hollered. I was Naya. Because Dr. Dave would be so calm. Oh, yeah, I was furious. Calm as hell. That's why, let me tell you this. That man, I don't know what he got between his thighs, but whatever he got, it keep Heavenly right. Because I'm going to tell you this. I act a fool outside of my husband, but for the most part, I think I listen and I'm nice to him. Right, babe? I think so. At least I think so. But to everybody else, they could get it. So, when you got that right one, a nice, calm man. And James will tell y'all, my husband is very calm. Even when excited, he's a pretty, like, mellow person. The calmest men have the craziest wives. That's all I got from this scene. But we had to give James a round of applause because I'm excited for Bell Collective to hear you do Dr. Marie Monroe. That's one of the things that makes your channel unique that I enjoy watching back the reviews and stuff, because we do watch our own reviews back and stuff from time to time. But I enjoyed that from James. I don't have nothing to say about Heavenly and Damon yet.
Would you have gone on the trip with them if you was into it with Simone?
No. Don't nobody want to hear Simone and her big ass teeth. No, let me tell you, as I always say, a sandwich hate to see her coming, and so do ears. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having to live with Simone in that voice? It carries. I thought my voice carried. Simone's voice carried. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. Nobody want to hear her voice. Just off that alone, I wouldn't have come. I wouldn't have come. Shani says hello, Josiah. But I definitely would not have come.
I'm actually seconding that because I wouldn't have came. Well, first off, I wouldn't trust a trip Contessa planned anyway. Like from me, Contessa give me cheap. Like she give me cheap. She give me In-N-Out burger. Like it just feel like I won't have nothing catered or nothing. So I was actually very surprised this episode. She actually surprised the hell out of me.
If she could just dress the way that she accommodates, because Contessa's a great doctor. She seems to be a great mother, very attentive. And apparently she could plan the hell out of a trip. She just can't dress.
Yeah. But Mrs. Best is absolutely correct. I do not do loud and I do not do cheap people. I swear I do not, which is why I don't plan trips, because I don't have the budget for it in my own personal savings to plan the trip that I want to plan. Like I do not plan trips.
Plan it for you. I don't even get to go. I'll plan it for you, and I won't do you like Angel. I'm great at planning things.
No, I trust you. That's why I said no. I trust you. But for me, especially if it's a group of my friends, like I cannot afford to do a trip well. Even if y'all were to put in $200 each, I still can't afford to do it. It's just I like nice things. I do, and a lot of that has to do with the men I have been with. A lot of that has to do because I wasn't always like this. It was the first man and the second man that really taught me never to be tripping when it comes to experiences. The third man, we didn't really go any place. So that's why I kind of understand. But the first two, oh yeah.
It's actually a valid thing. I'm a big believer on that. If you go on vacation, unless I'm like visiting a friend or family or it's like a holiday type of thing, I need really good accommodations. Me and my husband have pretty good accommodations in Cancun over the holiday, and I still found reasons to complain. He will tell y'all, but I feel like a trip should be like you're on vacation. Luxury is the expectation, though.
Absolutely. 100%. Naya, I almost hollered when you put this here. As soon as I'm on last, I was like a carrot.
That's my thugging cousin. Thug life to you, Naya. Every day, stay warm in the snow too, boo. Please don't go outside.
So, Shani, you think I wasn't going to read this comment, but yes, I will. Would you trust Simone's teeth around your schlong? I wouldn't. Let me explain.
I feel like, how do you put it in your mouth? The way her
Well, you have an overbite. Yeah, like that.
Almost like hoof over. How do you put it in your mouth without scratching the little thing? Because I don't feel like Cecil.
Well, no, there's a meme of her where you can actually see her teeth can suck down to the bottom of her chin. And I'm not being like, no, I'm serious. That scene when
God, where is Keywan? Where is my good sis?
It's funny, she just
saying, my God, Keywan, do you know that me and my husband around the house, if they're saying that, we've been watching her channel, and she don't realize
I do it too. I did it in front of my grandmother.
Just like your friend. My God.
My God today. But no, I'm serious, y'all. Tell Mrs. Best there is a meme of Simone. It was the scene when Contessa and Heavenly had got into it at her house, and Damon spoke up. Her teeth went to the bottom of her chin. So I see that. Like, I'm not being funny, so laughing at me. But no, there is a meme of her doing that. I'm serious. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna send it to you. So that's how she do it. That's how she do it. Simone can put her teeth way at the bottom of her chin. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life, but she can do it. So that's how she do it. So I have to answer you. I don't know how we got here, but we here. But anyways, so the ladies get to the airport and everyone's checking in and stuff, and everyone's getting along and laughing. Heavenly is not there. And Angel, man, she goes, this is the craziest bunch of women I've seen. First they laughing, then they fighting, then they doing this, they doing that. Quad and Simone are getting along. And so Contessa was like, where's Heavenly? Why is Heavenly not here? And it was like, Contessa, stop acting like you really do care like this. Like, come on now. I get it's your trip and she didn't check in with you, but you ain't had to do all that. You know, see what happens when you miss the flight? So they get onto the flight. They get to Miramar Beach, because okay. I have to say the correct thing, because there is a Miramar, Florida, and there's a Miramar Beach, Florida. They're two different things. So Miramar Beach, Florida, and they're driving, and Contessa brings up her Navy experience. She said for 6 months she got to learn how to drive a fixed wing and a helicopter. That is very impressive, Contessa. Thank you. In the second car, Toya asked Jackie, she goes, where's your friend? Is she coming? And Jackie said, well, I don't know, but we do need to kind of go over what happened, because Simone, you went way too far. And someone said, no, I didn't, Jackie. No, you better talk to Heavenly. No, Heavenly went too far. I didn't do nothing, Jackie. And I was like, oh Lord, here we go.
Every time somebody tells Simone she did too much, she does exactly what she just did here, and they just give up, because don't nobody want to hear her mouth. Don't nobody want to hear her mouth.
Oh, y'all are wrong in this chat. Y'all on time out. Every last one of y'all is on time.
I didn't do it. I said I'll fight for my life. I was reading the comments like, in the words of Keywan, we gonna keep quoting her. My God, like, Lord, I cannot.
Jackie talk about she don't know where Heavenly is. That's a lie. You know where she is. You know she called you and told you what the deal was. Absolutely, I agree. It's like a lawnmower.
Appreciates Heavenly a little bit more in her friendship than she does Simone's. I think Jackie and Simone repaired their friendship for the sake of longevity and history. But I feel like when Jackie went through that friendship break with Simone, Heavenly was actually really there for her.
Yeah,
Heavenly has always defended Jackie ever since they got back cool. I think it was like season 2 or whatever. They had an issue at first, but once they like repaired it, whatever it is, they get along, because the way Heavenly talked to Jackie. This is a doctor. She'd be like, Jackie, baby, what you doing, bitch? You in surgery, bitch. That's how you know you really know somebody. Because if I got a friend who's a doctor. I'm that friend that will always call you a doctor. Hell, I got a friend that got married on Halloween. I'm still referring to her as Mrs. Brown. She'd be so irritated. I'm like, you a newlywed for 3 years, bitch, Mrs. Brown. You know, like, I don't know. They get on my nerves though. They do.
All I know is when I get married, please do not call me Mr. Thighbull because it's not going to happen like that.
Mr. What?
I'm engaged to my T Thighbull currently, allegedly, because he plays for the Portland Trailblazers.
Is that football? What sport is
It's
that?
basketball.
Oh, don't laugh at me. I'm not a big sports person. I like tennis and baseball.
I'll send you his picture.
Okay, I'm like, I don't know what it is. I know football's on TV right now because my husband was watching the Rams and what was that team? And the Seahawks. And then he was watching the 49ers and the Seahawks. They got whooped. The Bay Area was quiet. When I tell y'all, we was outside before that game and everyone had on their 49er jerseys, everyone coming out the liquor stores. Then they lost 3-14. The Bay is still silent.
Damn.
I don't hear no more 49er faithful nowhere. Shameful.
But anyways, yeah. So after Simone did her holler, they finally pull up to the house and it was beautiful. I will give Contessa that. Contessa, you did it now. I was shocked. I was definitely surprised. I did not expect this coming from you. Knowing you, your ass would have probably had them in an old shack somewhere. So that's why I was like, okay, Contessa, you won for me. So Contessa tells the new girls, which is Brandy and Angel, that they have to share a room. And they're all pissed. And Angel was like, where is the nearest Ritz-Carlton? And in her confession, she goes, I live in a 6 or 7 bedroom house. I do not do sharing of no rooms. And then Angel was kind of like, girl, I work real hard. I just left my kids, just left my husband, and now I got to share a room. Oh, wow. Okay.
So did Toya, so did Contessa, so did Heavenly, so did Mimi. You ain't the only one. I'm not liking this Brandy in her neck. I'm not liking her this far.
She kind of rubbing me wrong as well. We'll get to that in just a minute. So Contessa makes the ladies draw straws for first pick of the room. Contessa's getting the master bedroom since it's her trip. So she makes the other ladies, however, draw a straw. Who has the shortest straw is going to be the last one to pick a room. So the ladies are all like scrambling around, poking the room. And so I don't know if it was Jackie or if it was Mimi. I don't remember who walked Angel to her room that she had to share with Brandy, but when they walked in, we saw it was a 4 set of bunk beds and then this one queen size bed in the middle of the room where the TV is. And I said, oh, wow. I said, y'all wrong for this. It could have at least been a room with 2 beds. And then why y'all put them in the kiddie room? And she said, and Brandy said, see, my kids would have loved this because she has 4 children. So they each would have took a bunk bed. They would have had the time of their lives with this. And so as everyone's getting their luggage, Angel goes to Brandy and was like, so what's your energy like? Like, how are you in this room? Do you got good energy? I need to know because I need to know who I'm sleeping with and everything, this and this and that. And Brandy didn't understand what she meant. Brandy's like, what are you talking about? What you trying to say? My energy is fine. She goes, no, I'm not meaning like that. I just want to know, like, I need to know what you own. Like, I need to know. And to me, it kind of felt like I understood why Brandy got offended. I do. But I took it, and maybe because I'm from California, we do be saying like, hey, we sharing a room. Like, is there something I need to be aware of? Do you snore? Do you have hot flashes? Like, I usually, there's questions that we have to ask, so we can all be comfortable. So I think Angel was really coming from that standpoint. She just didn't have the words. Mrs. Best, do you agree or am I reaching?
I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I don't feel like Angel meant to be like negative about it, but it did come off wrong. At the same time, Miss Thyroid is looking for a problem. It's just how I feel. I feel like she looks for issues. I feel like she's one of the women who, in order to find her footing in this group as a new person, is going to take a side versus trying to get to know people or be fair. It just seems like she's always looking for some type of a problem. I don't know what it is, honestly, about Brandy, but something about her rubs me wrong. And I feel like she is messy. I also don't trust the bitch that's in beauty with the misshaped neck.
It's the fact that y'all keep hamming on this woman's neck. Nia
Because she
Green said
probably has
she
great
was
insurance.
sickening.
Go get your thyroid check. Take the medication.
And you
People go
calling her
through
Miss
it.
Thyroid, I am hollering over here. And
Did
that's
I
where
say that?
this
I
ain't
gotta,
you right here.
so I gotta stop typing shit on the internet. Y'all need to be putting me on timeout.
I'm about to say, did you say that? Ain't this you right here? Is somebody else typing on your behalf? You could have told me that. I would have.
Could have
And
been Mr. Best. You never
it could
know.
have been. It could have been. Shame on you, Mr. Best. And that's where I would have. The fuck type of question is that the subway you about to rule with? Learn that. Keywan said, I'm going to stand on the hill with my Nola girl, and Angel didn't mean it like that. Brandy took it. I think it was Angel's tone and that Nola thing.
Is
Okay.
Angel from NOLA?
She is.
Okay, well, that actually explains a lot. That explains a lot. My family's from there. Shout out to New Orleans. I'll be there in May, y'all. I'll be there in May. Come party with me, somebody.
Yes, hurricane. And I'm talking about the alcohol beverage. Don't cancel me. I'm talking about the alcohol beverage.
James, we know. Fucking James. But no, on a serious note, that makes sense because in the South, they are a little more direct with a little bit of a twang, and they don't mean nothing by it. And honestly, she could have been checking her energy because they did just both express extreme disdain about having to sleep in a doggone kid's room. So I do feel like, which one is the one with the thyroid?
Angel, Brandy.
See, mixing these heifers up. Miss Neck, Miss T, she needs to figure it out. Because I just feel like you're both in the same situation. So instead of looking for a problem with this girl, realize you have to share a room with her and don't make a problem out of nothing. Get over it. You work with people. Some people direct, some people not. Get the fuck over it.
And that's the thing. And maybe because I'm impartial to people from NOLA, that I really didn't take what Angel said as like a dig or disrespect. I just think she wanted to know, like, look, I'm sharing a room with you. We, are just meeting. What is it? Like, that's how I took it. I didn't take it as like, oh, she was trying to be funny.
Out being from somewhere, Angel did not attack that girl or seem like she wanted a problem with her. And when Brandy questioned it, instead of coming at her, Angel did try to explain herself. But they both were amped up. They were both disappointed about the room. So it could have also been just a moment, but I'm taking notes on Brandy because the way she moves at time, very messy. It seems like if someone doesn't have a perfect opinion of her or something that could relate to her, she'll immediately go looking for issues. But I don't think Angel was trying to have an issue with her.
I don't think so either.
She was crying when her event was just destroyed. Hell.
And also, Brandy is giving me like hood chick antics, like slightly.
She's a mean girl. She gives RN. Let me tell you this. I have a lot of friends who are nurses and RNs all over the country. And I'll tell you this. Nurses be messy. It be hazing going into the field. Like the work that they do is truly incredible and respectful, but some of them be having little off attitudes. And Brandy gives me somebody that was like that. She just seems like she's taking sides, is hypersensitive.
Yeah.
And I also feel like they could share more of her life because I feel like we're getting to know a little more about Angel. We've seen little clips of Angel working her shifts in the hospital. We've seen her house, her kids. We've seen her on the phone. We haven't seen too much with Brandy's family. And when we have, I've been bored. But
yeah,
I just feel like Brandy is up Toya's ass, though, to Keywan. And that could be part of why. Yeah.
So speaking of Keywan, so this is what happens. Brandy took it to everybody, and everyone's like, "Oh Lord, what is going on?" And Jackie's like, "Not them fussing." Like, "Oh my God, we are doctors. We don't do that." Like Jackie, like your doctors don't be fussing.
Y'all was fighting seasons one when Mariah was. Y'all was literally throwing hands. Don't come at us with the weird doctor bullshit.
So Contessa was like, okay, ladies, like we can work this out. Like it's not a big deal. And, they were explaining everything. So when they heard the issue, they then say, okay, maybe it wasn't meant to be this way. And they kind of, let it go and kind of let bygones be bygones. So Contessa has the spread of food, and she tells all the ladies to get in their swimsuits, they can go by the pool. And she has a very nice spread out. Once again, Contessa, I was very impressed by the spread. She had seafood, she had lobster, and the lobster actually looked okay. I was missing the little seasoning and a little butter, but that's okay. Doesn't we're gonna be all right. And so it was, and y'all know I love a hibachi situation. If y'all don't know nothing about me, take me to a hibachi grill. I will get excited. I love the show. I do. I love the show. Just to put that out there. So, so they're all, dressing up and everything. They're laughing. And Contessa, as they're eating, they said that Contessa said she hasn't heard from Heavenly. She sent her a text message. Heavenly did not respond. And so everyone's looking at Simone like, Simone, why Heavenly not responding to Contessa text messages? So Contessa looks at Simone and says, well, she says that, she doesn't want to be around me for safety reasons. And, when we got into that at Angel's party, I told her I don't want to be in no fake shit. And Quad said, no, that's not what she said happened. Heavenly said you pushed her and said you didn't want to be in the fake shit and said, get your fucking hands off of me. And they played the flashback of what really happened. Now, what I will say was Simone was a little aggressive with Heavenly's arm. She should have said, please don't touch me. And just left it at that. But she did kind of like push her with a little force. I did see that, but I don't think that was a strong enough force where I felt like they was finna fight. I just think it was kind of like, yeah, get your hands off of me. Da, 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 da. It wasn't that force. Mrs. Best, how did you take that flashback? Did you think it was with force? Or do you think that Heavenly's putting 20 on 10?
Do you think it was not with force? I'll ask you the same question.
I thought it was aggressive, personally.
If you say that something is aggressive, then that means that it's forceful. Two things can be true at the same time, as you always say. Something can be aggressive and forceful, but that also doesn't mean that it's something that's strong enough to actually cause bodily harm. Another thing that I would like to say is Simone has been on this show for 12 seasons, going off on people, hollering. And the people that Simone has been closely aligned with, such as Toya, have been people on this show who have been in physical altercations. I don't think Heavenly's scared of Simone at all. I think Heavenly can fight if she really have to. Honestly, I just do. But I feel like Heavenly is being strategic for one. She's in politics now. She can't be around nobody barking and going off and doing stuff like that. I wish she would have leaned into that instead of trying to say that Simone makes her feel unsafe. But then at the same time, Simone has been threatening people on this show, getting in people's faces, hollering, researching people, doing all sorts of crazy shit on this show for seasons. So while Quad is over there like, Simone is all barking, no bite. People don't know that, baby. They just hear the dog barking and feel nervous. So maybe if Simone doesn't want to be accused of being aggressive and forceful, one, keep your motherfucking hands to yourself, Miss Doctor. Conduct yourself in that order. Because as quiet as it's kept, they like to say, oh, doctors behave this way. But a doctor wouldn't even behave how Simone is behaving, especially on television. Let's just call that that. Simone is mad because somebody finally called her out on her behavior. And while Heavenly is full of shit, and I don't think she's really scared, I think that Heavenly is being strategic and flipping the shit back on Simone. Because now what you're going to do, Simone, is get mad at Heavenly and say she's making you look bad as a doctor. She did not make you holler. She did not make you jerk her arm. She did not make you go off. She did not make you ignore a dentist for 21 years. She didn't make you do any of it. You did it yourself. So at some point, I just feel like Simone has to be accountable. But at the same time, Heavenly, this is why people don't like you. Like, express yourself, but don't say stuff that's not true, like you scared of her. Please don't say it. Because if anything is Toya, you should be afraid.
To me, and I feel like this is where the audience is, like, because they didn't show everything in terms of why this is such a big deal. So to kind of keep the beef going, like, y'all have to remember, it was Contessa who brought it up at Quad's house about Simone looking up that VIN number that caused this in the first place. And I feel like she baited Heavenly, and Heavenly took it because she knew Heavenly was going to do that. And so now it turned into all of this, and that's what we have. So I kind of feel like I do blame both Heavenly and Simone, but I also blame Contessa too.
Who would they blame if Heavenly wasn't here? And
yeah,
that's the thing. Heavenly's a friend of giving more than full-time cast members right now. I'd like to remind everyone of that. But who would they blame if Heavenly wasn't here? There would be nobody for Simone to blame but herself. Simone's behavior is egregious, and it always has been on this show. Even her husband has said it and has said that he struggles to defend and spend time with her. And what did we see her screaming to him? I'm tired of you putting me in situations where I'm set up to fail. That's how she views having to be accountable. Once she said that seasons ago, I said, oh, this lady ain't gonna be accountable. She has a doctor's ego, but it shines through in a different way. And I think it's with when she has to admit that she's wrong to people in her life.
Yep.
I really do.
Yep, I agree with that. So we then move on to the little games that they played. It was a cute little game. I'm not going to go over all of that because it was kind of pointless. I don't want to hear about their sex lives. I don't really care. Don't nobody got a husband in here that I feel is attractive enough to make me want to visualize, that kind of stuff. Because none of these husbands are my type.
I don't think half of them are even having sex with their husbands. I don't think Scott and Contessa get busy. I think Angel get busy sometimes with the little work she has. Obviously, Quad is. I feel like Steve and Mimi still do, but everybody else, I don't believe.
You don't think Jackie and Curtis?
No, I do not think Jackie and Curtis. I think Simone's bullshitting about her and Cecil having a good sex life.
Well, when was the April versus where this is in that time? Because the question was, when did you last initiate sex? So when was April 2025 to where they are today in this episode? Is it June? Is it July? Is it where is it? Not where would Jackie put Nia.
Right, Curtis is in the Dominican Republic doing other things. Curtis got a $20 American bill. He don't need Jackie for nothing.
Me too, Keywan. Me too.
You don't need numbing spray.
Yes, I do.
Breathe through your nose.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can. I'm giving everybody free game right now. Been married a very long time. Just breathe through your nose. You can swallow the whole thing whole. You're welcome.
Keywan, let me know where you bought yours, and I'm gonna go get me some for myself. She not finna mess me up in my life. I'm sorry.
I'm not messing you up. Listen to Angel's story. How do y'all hear that this lady thought that she could never swallow again? And say,
you know what? You take the straw from the WD-40. You take the straw from the WD-40 before you put it on there. It come with a little red straw, or you can go to Starbucks and get you a handful.
No straw from no motherfucking WD-40.
No, I said before you put it on the WD-40.
No, if it's touching that bottle, absolutely.
It doesn't touch the bottle when you get.
If you don't breathe through your nose, I don't care if you got to put on the Vicks vaporizer. Breathe through your nose. It'll go. You'll get it. You about to get us in trouble on the internet.
I really am, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna do that too, Keywan. I'm not listening to her. I didn't have too many times. That's probably why I ain't got no goddamn man now, because I'm listening to her. That's why.
Look, Shani giving free game in the comments too. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, I can't. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Okay.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You do.
I told you I told you I'm a prude, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways,
you just gotta tap into it. Everybody a little nasty.
Girl, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm a pillow princess. When I tell you, don't ask.
You try. You gotta try. One day you might feel inspired. That's when you'll know you're with the right person.
Okay, I just sent you his picture.
That's what I just said. Breathe through your nose.
Hopefully my new man that you like. Hopefully,
you ain't never gone snorkeling, friend?
No.
Oh God. You might struggle with that.
Mm-hmm.
You really might struggle with that, because when you snorkel, you got to breathe through your mouth and not your nose. And sometimes, oh wow.
It didn't mean to go that far. When we get our other channel and we get on different platforms, we will create an after dark special, because I got stories for y'all. But I've never been good at that. Never. And I swear, I feel like that's why that man left me. I really do. I feel like that's why the reason why I do. If I'm being honest with y'all, I really feel like that's why he left me, because my game is terrible.
We might have to. I might have to do it after dark.
No, I just need to remove my wisdom teeth. Once I do that, then that's when I'll start
I have
practicing.
all of my wisdom teeth, and things work out fine.
Baby, this mouth cannot open. I almost dislocated my jaw one time. Nope, this is not going to happen. We left, yeah. Anyway, no, we're getting off topic. Sorry, that was a little teaser.
Talking about slurp in the comments.
I don't even know how to do that. Lord Jesus. We're going down a rabbit hole. Now stop. Okay.
I'm about to turn him out in New Orleans. I'm packing bananas. I'm packing toys. We're going to give you a whole lesson.
All you going to see, and I'm going to take a picture of my Instagram. All you going to see is little strings hanging off the banana. I'm telling y'all, it is not, yes. I'm telling you, it's not the way to sway. Anyways, y'all, we got to move on, y'all. So it's the next day. And the ladies are going to separate. So Contessa got the ladies who are going to have lunch, these little Jeeps. I don't know what they're called. I forgot. The name is slipping. So they then go, and the other ladies, which is Contessa, Simone, Mimi, and Brandy, they're going to go play with the Dolphins. And Quad, Toya, Jackie, and Angel are going to go have lunch. So they leave. Angel lets Jackie drive the pink one, and Quad drives the blue one. And they were driving, and poor Angel, I feel bad because Jackie looked like she don't know how to drive. Jackie's sitting over there fixing her hat and shit because the hat was finna blow off in the wind. So she said, "Hold the wheel. I gotta put this hat back on while she driving." And I said, "Jackie,
you can't put a hat on."
Jackie,
this is why older people shouldn't drive. Because why? Because Jackie's a senior citizen. Okay, she passed it. Why? You can't put a hat on while you navigate the road. Child, I can't say all that I do because I don't trust CHP. They might come find me, but you shouldn't need that type of help.
You should. That's crazy. I would have got to pull this shit over. I'm Quad, Toya. One of y'all switch with me because I'm not finna ride with Jackie. Jackie, yeah. I was looking at Jackie too. I said, Jackie, what the hell?
Would have been walking.
Somebody would have been walking. It would have been me. I'd have to catch an Uber because I'm not finna die in these cars. Jackie over there cutting off traffic, running red lights and shit. Check like we didn't see that shit. If y'all go back and watch the episode, Jackie ran a red light. And them things don't go but 45 miles per hour. Like them things don't go fast. Like Jackie over there for to kill everybody. But so they get to the restaurant and they're talking and Quad mentions, that, now that she wants a baby, she sees babies all over the place. And Jackie said what the actual correct term is, which is slipping my mind, y'all. I am so sorry because I'm too busy laughing. But it is a term that, when you really desire something, it starts to show up in the universe. And there's supposed to be something you're supposed to connect with it. And I forgot how it goes. But yeah, that's what it is. So as they're, talking and everything is going, Jackie is getting hot because, when you're in northern part of Florida, it is a little bit, it's like Miami. It gets a very big humidity where you start sweating. So Jackie started taking off clothes. We saw her in her bikini top. So the man told them, hey, look, it's about to be, severe weather storms of rain. Y'all gonna have to take it inside. So they take it inside and, kind of continue the conversation from there. Quad doesn't want to let them know about where she is with her pregnancy journey after getting her unfortunate news. So she's going to save that conversation for another time when all the ladies are there. Meanwhile, back at the dolphin thing, Contessa says that she could talk to dolphins and everything, which was annoying as hell to watch. Not gonna lie. I thought it was a cute little scene. Simone said that she swam with dolphins years ago, so she wants to recreate the picture that she had in her phone. So she does that. I thought it was a nice scene, whatever. Is there anything else you want to add to their scene? Because I'm going to skip over. It wasn't really nothing they talked about. So now we go back to the other ladies. So Angel confronts Toya, which, y'all, for those of y'all who love Toya and want to defend her in this foolishness, this ain't the page for you. This is not the page for you because I don't see how Toya could have been right in any part of this. So she tells Toya that, she didn't like how she blew up her spot when it came to this man and this whole situation of that being her friend and you putting her on blast talking about you can hook her up with somebody and asking the man if we go together, asking if we sleeping together, all this. And she said that was breaking girl code and she usually don't mess with women like that. And Toya was all like, well, here's the thing. I was going to introduce you to Eugene's best friend and that's my family. Like, how do I look hooking you up with him when you don't even know what you want? You don't know if you want to be serious. You don't know anything of that. And I'm looking at Toya like, Toya, you have not introduced this man to this lady yet. And it's only dating. I feel like people can date multiple people if they wanted to without you interfering or you having something to say with, them being who they are, which is dating until they find the right person. Ain't that how it's supposed to go? Mrs. Best, let me know if I'm wrong here, but do you think how Angel doing it is wrong?
No. The thing of it is, like you just said, I tell all of my friends this. This is something I tell James because he's too loyal. Date until you find, the person that you, dating that you really think you could rock with, especially when you get past a certain age. Some people may be just for the night. Some people may be a fun time. Some people may be for the season, but you don't know until you date. Now, where people mess up is if Angel were saying, this is my boyfriend versus just someone I'm talking to, then I'd be like, okay, Angel, you moving funny. But if you just dating, I don't see the problem. Niggas do it. Why can't she? What's the problem?
Yeah, and I don't think, and they both acknowledge that they're not together. So it wasn't.
They both acknowledge they're not together. They just talk, and they've never been together. They've always just talked. They've never gotten past the point of seriousness, or of something light to get to something serious. It sounds like this is the guy she calls to be her date if she got to go to a wedding, if she got to go to an event that requires to have somebody on your arm. Which,
or if she needs that mortgage paid. Which is
right.
what she's
I don't know now. One of my friends who is over 30 and single and don't have that one guy that they can always go back to, whether it's for a bill, just to go to an event, to go on a whatever. Like, I don't see the issue with it. What I don't like, though, is how Toya tried to, you see how that could put me in some shit? How is that going to put you in anything? You need to be worried about how you talk to your husband. That's what you need to be worried about.
Then that ain't the man for her. Because if that man really is going to blame you for some shit that obviously
Toya's already saying that the man is going to be pretty much having Toya and Eugene involved in any relationship if Toya hooks her up. Toya's childish. Toya is childish. She broke girl code. She knows that she's wrong and it's not that doggone deep. Why are you trying to hook up somebody so important to you and your husband with a bitch you just met anyway? If I was Angel, I would have clocked it right back at her and asked her that, since you're so worried about me. And then I also felt like Toya was trying to slut shame this girl.
I did
you
too.
One on TV talking about you don't like your man's dick because it's too little. You the one that's being alleged to be cheating on your man. This is a single woman. Worry about your own home before you start throwing stones at other people. I don't understand Toya.
I don't understand her either, and I 100% agree with you. I think that it was very vapid of her to do that because it's like, yeah, you did break girl code. And one, let's be very clear. It's not a guarantee that the relationship will work out with her and Eugene's best friend anyway, because what does he look like? Is he even her type? Like, just because she said hook me up with a good doctor, hook me up with a good man, doesn't mean that they're going to vibe and chill. I think that is absolutely insane for Toya to have these expectations with a man that she ain't even met yet. That's so crazy. That's insane. Shani said, is that the reason to date, to see if you're really interested in the person or if that person's interested in you and if you want to go serious with them? Yeah, that's the whole point of dating. Mm-hmm. I need to learn how to I don't know how to multi-date, you guys. I'm one of those people where I can only stick to one thing at one time. I wish I could be a serial dater, but it's just not in me, y'all. Just not in me. So I kind of have to redefine. Like, I'll say talking to, and if you're worthy enough to get a date with me, then that's how I break the cycle. I don't really go that far. So, no, she just talking bull stuff. Yeah, she was. That was crazy. That's her. I need my backbone now for a night or two. I think so too. I think that's, and people have, the little black book next to the bathtub where, they just dust it off and see who they ain't called in a little while and, get the maintenance oil changes and windshield wiper fluid filled up. Some people do that. Nothing wrong with that. Um, oh, not y'all thinking Toya on the spectrum. Y'all are funny. Toya don't want her husband like that, so I wouldn't trust her to hook me up. Um, I don't know. Yes and no. I feel like to me, based on who she's with and how he is, because y'all have to say Eugene, even though he has messy ass ways, Eugene is actually a pretty stand up guy. He worked two jobs. He takes care of the house. He says yes to anything that she wants. He cooks. He cleans. He's with his boys a lot. He does a lot of things that I really can respect him that I don't see most men doing. So I honestly think that no, I probably would turn to Toya, but I would say make sure he's a replica of what you have. Hopefully, more cuter than because I'm sorry, Eugene, not my cup of tea. He just ain't. But I would want her to, Mrs. Best, would you go to Toya for hooking you up with somebody?
No. The only people I want to hook me up are the people who fell in love with their partners, not based on what they can provide as it relates financially or materialistically. If I ask you why you love your man, I want you to be able to tell me that you love his dick, whether it's big or small. I want you to tell me that you get along, he's your best friend. Toya don't give none of that. Toya gives, she just doing what she can and what she's allowed to get away with. She just does.
Shani said Eugene is not ugly. He is a good man. So
Eugene is not ugly, but he's not attractive, if that makes sense.
yeah, I
Like, it
couldn't
just
say.
don't work for me. I couldn't.
Because that's how I feel too. But he is
Like,
a good man. No, he is. I'm just
nah.
thinking. I was like, nah. I couldn't do it personally. Like I couldn't do it. Like I just couldn't do it.
I gotta have some type of attraction, and for me,
Yeah.
there. But Eugene, one thing we can always say, he really is a truly good man.
Yeah.
But one of the things that makes him unattractive to me, it's actually not his looks or weight or anything that has to do with his physical appearance. I'd be hella turned off and disgusted with how he lets his wife just disrespect him and how he handles it. Because to me, a real man ain't gonna let her, especially no bitch like Toya, just be disrespecting me. Not when you paying all the bills and she ain't had a job since before she met you. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Nope.
So anyways, y'all, we gotta move on because we didn't got once again into a rabbit hole. But moving on from there, after Angel confronts Toya about the whole situation, they both said that they're gonna see about each other because Angel wasn't buying what Toya was saying because it sounded ridiculous and stupid. But then she said, we'll see how it goes. And Toya said, yeah, I'm gonna watch you because I don't know if I can be your friend, but I'm gonna watch you. And I was like, Toya, okay, somebody to watch you. But Heavenly walks in talking about, I can hear y'all from back there. What y'all talking about? What y'all over here talking about? And Heavenly, Toy was like, oh shit, not Heavenly showing up. So, they asked Heavenly, why are you showing up late? And she said that, well, Damon's birthday is actually today. So she just wanted to celebrate him, have a little merry time. And Jackie said, what y'all do? Merry time. What is that? And everyone was looking at Jackie like, Jackie, come on, you know what merry time is. Like, why is she over here playing with us? And they was laughing. So that's pretty much why Heavenly did show up. So they get to the house, and when Heavenly walks in, Heavenly walks right past Simone, didn't say nothing, and Simone's like, you don't see me here in her confessional. I said, Simone, didn't want to say nothing to Heavenly? Wasn't you done with Heavenly? So why would it have mattered if she spoke to you or not? You said you were done with her, right? Like, I'm sorry, maybe I'm just built differently. Maybe I'm just somebody who just, I feel like if I don't like you and I don't want to speak to you, I'm not going to speak to you. I don't see you. Someone could tell me you over there right there washing dishes. I'll be like, I don't see her. I see something washing the dishes, but I don't see her. That's how I am. Mrs. Best, are you the same way? Because maybe that's just the California in us. I don't see you.
Yeah, maybe that is I have been told that. I feel like that might also just be a Bay Area thing too. Like, if we don't mess with you, for real, and we in a situation. I'm not gonna say hi. You're just, I don't see you. I see who I speak to. If I don't like you, why am I gonna engage you? Why? But you know, they were expecting Heavenly to come in there and engage Simone and start shit, and she didn't. And now they're like, well, hell, what do we do? That's what it gave. But I don't blame her. If I don't like a bitch, if I don't mess with you, I'm not gonna argue with you because I know I'm gonna take it too far. And if you take it too far, I might pop you upside your mouth. So I just ignore people. It's safer for everybody. It's the Gemini thing to do. It is.
I agree. I agree. Because I'm just like, it ain't just a Gemini thing. It's definitely the Taurus in me because I don't see you. Once me and you have decided we're no longer on speaking terms, we're no longer seeing each other.
Oh yeah, I'm cusp too. I'm Taurus Gemini. I'm right on the cusp. I feel that. I definitely feel that.
Yeah, because I'm not. I don't have the time now. Would I be cordial?
I mean, that is cordial.
Is it?
It is. If I have not said anything to you, sometimes you're in a room with a lot of people, you can't acknowledge everybody in the room. So for all they know, that's cordial. The hell they want from Heavenly? Heavenly's damned if she does and damned if she doesn't. And they're used to her doing, and now she's not. So I hope she continues this because Simone acts a fool and hollers. And people don't want to hear it. As Heavenly said, go yell at your husband. I know Bitmobile, her and Cecil is still having good bedroom time with how unhappy she is. Because a woman that's happy in the bedroom, you'd be surprised the shit they'll overlook. She wouldn't be complaining as much. She'd be paying her minimum payment to Chase. That's what she would be doing.
Mm-hmm.
She would. She'd be late to beeper calls to deliver babies and everything. Dick is powerful. She ain't Simone. I can't with Simone. I don't like her.
Yeah, but and the thing about it with Simone is that I just think that she contradicts herself a lot, and it's coming across very annoying. In terms, like I get, like I'm not saying she doesn't have a valid reason to be mad at Heavenly. She does. I mean, I can see her point of view. I can. I'm not trying to be completely a farce, but like what I'm saying to me is that don't be mad at somebody, but then expect them to jump over hoops for you and try to get your attention. Because that's kind of an unrealistic expectation, at least for me. I don't know. At least for me. So, yeah. But that's pretty much all that happened. We saw that Heavenly's entered the house. Contessa didn't know she was coming. And I said, Contessa, this is what I be talking about. But we'll say that for next week. Was there anything else you wanted to add on Married to Medicine?
I hope Eugene invests some of the money he spends working very hard on a dog trainer to get Toya's behavior in order. That is all.
Okay, well then there you have it, you guys. That was Watch Your Mouth Reviews, Married to Medicine, Season 12, Episode 8. Y'all, the next time we'll be on my channel will be the final episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I am excited for that show to go away so I can get it off my roster because this reunion has been exhausting as hell, especially the things that are coming out in the blogs in today's time. So I will see you guys there. We will be back on Mrs. Best channel, I believe on Thursday for Love and Hip Hop Miami. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. But thank you guys for being here. It's been real nice. Thank you, Mrs. Best, for being here again. Once again, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on my next live. Have a good one, y'all. Bye-bye.